Nelson, very good morning to you. Things looking good at the moment, and a win on Saturday could mean that you're in the automatic promotion places possibly. Do you take notice of the league at this early stage?
Oh God, no, it's too early. Obviously we are doing well, but like I said to the players, I urge everyone to make sure we keep going. We don't get complacent, and we know that the place we are now is due to their work and everything we are doing together. No, it's too early to make any judgment.
It's nice to be up there though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just, I think, the result, what we are and what we can do as well. But again, we have to keep going and making sure we don't get complacent, we don't relax on the training ground, and obviously we hope that we can carry on doing the way we are doing.
There's the potential for 4 straight league wins in a row. Have you been perhaps surprised with how soon the players have adapted to your methods?
I wouldn't say that we are completely, again, I've seen from the first week they've enjoying training with us. They've been growing, but there's still a long way to go. What I want to see now is that we can reproduce in games what we've done for 20-25 minutes in Morecambe, or even the first half here against Cheltenham. We have to keep going, being in a consistent manner, to make sure we can not only play for 25, half an hour, or even first half, but we can actually do for 90 minutes, and that is the challenge. That's why I say it's too early. I urge everyone to keep going and to making sure we don't relax, because obviously the stick will come and we will have to be ready to react.
Performances are what you're looking for then. Obviously results are important, but performances first and foremost.
First and foremost, because if you keep that performance in a consistent manner, obviously the result will come, and we cannot only focus on the result, because sometimes you win and you understand that sometimes the result could have gone either way, and it's about now to making sure we have like those 90 minutes in a consistent manner, and you can win in a robust way.
You've received a blow to your defensive options. Baker and Clark both injured. How much of a concern is that for you, and how short does that leave you?
No, I think we've got a good squad. I've got plenty of options. Clark is a blow because he's injured. Matt, obviously, I wouldn't say he's a loss. We are happy that he's representing the country. He was happy, and I think that's we should be proud of that as well. So that he's developing here with us, and he can play for his country. So we couldn't be more happy. And I see obviously others in the squad that can step in and do as good as them.
Would that mean Cameron Evans sort of repeating his role in the week and making a first league start?
Yes, definitely. He's obviously, I know Cameron since he was 15 years old, so I know what he can do. He can offer a lot of things for us. Can play in different positions, and I thought he was good on last Tuesday. So yes, he's a good option, I would say.
Yeah, is he the obvious option? Because the other one would be, I guess, Nelson Sansa possibly.
Yes. Again, I didn't made that decision yet because we still have one training session to go. And we have to obviously assess everything, but would be between them two, yes.
All being well, we hope to speak to Nick Townsend a bit later on this morning. His save, I've only just seen it against Morecambe. It was,
brilliant.
Yeah, arguably a contender for save of the season already.
Yeah, again, it's like probably I mentioned after the game in the press conference. It's important that we all feel that we are important in this club, in the squad, and Nick is just showing that he's there when the team needs. He's there as well, and that I think gives confidence to everyone. But I just want to make sure everyone knows that the most important here at this club from first week, which they know that it's the team. So and Nick has been great, and I think everyone can see he's there for the team.
How important is it to have senior guys like him, Aaron Wildig as well, Bryn Morris, in a squad where there are so many young players, so those guys can lead the youngsters along?
Of course, yeah. A lot of players, a lot of young players, obviously, and I agree it's important to have those players, senior players, experience in this league and football-wise. And they can lead them on the pitch, and obviously they can transmit the values of the club, the values of even what the supporters want to see. So I've been listening to them. They listen. The only way to keep the supporters behind us is to make sure you give everything you got on the pitch, and on that sense they not only lead them on the pitch in football-wise, but they also transmit the values and everything, and they've been great. I've been saying this from week 2, when I felt I know them better, and Aaron, Wildig, or even Shane, they're all players. Nick, like you just said, they're all players that they are key players for us, knowing that they also have to fight a lot to make sure they are an option to the game, and that is very important, because they lead by the example. They show on the training session how easy is it they fight for their position.
Just finally for me, Port Vale as opposition, how do you feel about them? I think they've leaked 7 goals in their last 2 league games. Is that a good sign for you?
Well, if you look at us, when we play the Leyton Orient away, and you just have to look at the way they concede the goals, because goals sometimes you can not have a good game and you still win 1-0, or you keep a clean sheet. Obviously, conceding goals is never a good thing, but I wouldn't look only to that detail. I was probably looking more of a whole performance-wise, and on that sense, I thought they were being unlucky as well, and they definitely have a good squad and good players there, and then George Byers is one of them. I know him very well, so we know that's going to be a very, very difficult game, and again, it's important that we don't relax, we're not complacent.
Nelson, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
And in terms of that Cheltenham first half, I suppose those front 5 players really gave you some nice selection headaches, didn't they? Because they were lively, weren't they?
Yeah, and they know that, and I've told them after the game, and that is the purpose of having depth in the squad, and the way we work, and they know that, they feel that, and that's the way I want them to see things as well. But they were supported with those defenders who gave them that platform for them to go express themselves and play that good football, I would say, something that we are chasing every game, and I think for the first half we could see a little bit what we want to implement in this club.
And as a boss, I guess it's nice knowing you've got those options on the bench. If you stick with them,
yes.
But no. It's as important to have people to finish as to start the game nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, one of my main quotes, I'd say, sometimes you need the best team or the best 11 have to finish the game, because we know how games go in the last 20-15 minutes. So I cannot see, in terms of preparing the game, the team is starting or finishing. I just make sure we finish strong as well. And sometimes the best team have to finish the game, because that's where things happen, and that's the way I think as well.
You're enjoying being the boss, having the final say in those selections. You've always been in the process, I guess, but now you're the man making the
Yeah, it's just having I just having the responsibility to take those decisions. But again, the process is nothing new for me. That's what I've been doing the last 20 years, over 20 years. Is just taking that responsibility. Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to get everything right, but just when you have a process behind you, when you have you know, when you have a lot of information, then obviously you're going to take the best decisions you can take.
And in terms of process as well, the style, how far along would you say you are with that?
We know when we talk about styles, it takes years sometimes, it takes months. It all depends of different factors, and if something is never finished, or you have to change. If we take big teams example, is something that is continuously evolving, and is something that you have to keep looking, but in terms of general style is something that I think we can start seeing some of the things for spells, but we have to do it in a consistent manner.
Because I guess look at the simple stats and, you know, and things like that. Is it on a good trend from what you're seeing from Cheltenham on day one? Are you on a good?
Yeah, in terms of stats, yes. You know, like I go back to a couple of weeks ago. I said this is a process with ups and downs, and we know that, and there's injuries coming, and we know that it's going to be tough. But in terms of trend, if you look back to last Tuesday, I would say yes, it's a good signs, and just show that we've got plenty of options and depth in the squad, which is something we were looking for as well.
And how's Jamie Miley? Is he hobbled up?
Jamie, he felt like, I would say, fatigue, but as a precautions way we've done like yesterday a test, which I don't know yet. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know yet, but he'll be assessed obviously, and we will know if he'll be available or not. We don't know at the moment, but hopefully it's nothing. It's just first game debut for the club, and he's one of the examples why we want to look like a team, and he's another good option for us, and we're just excited to have everyone in, everyone.
And one thing on Cam Evans, and he's incredibly versatile. Where do you see him as being? I think he played centre back for Taunton last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where do you see him as being his?
Even when he was an academy player, he was centre back, left back, right back, deep playing midfielder. He can cover all those positions, and it's important to have a player like him. That way he can play, and he can do a good performance wherever he plays. So he's been good, and there's obviously someone, as I know, and he fits very well in the style, and even more sometimes important, the character is an excellent character to have in the club.
Because he really grew into the game on Tuesday, didn't he? Because he naturally got the basics right first up, didn't he, and then started to grow with that confidence.
Yes,
nice.
No, and if you look back to the games he came on, and he always gave to the team what the team need at that moment, and it's just good to see a player like him, and I've watched going into this senior football now, and with this responsibility and being calm and just play his football, which is fantastic, and makes me happy.